Welcome. So I'm just Hi everyone, welcome to this live. How are you all doing? Where are you dialing in from? Long time I haven't seen you, all of you. Hello, beautiful. So as usual, we have 1 hour together, 1 hour to answer all of your questions, to know what's been going on your side, and to do a few little card readings towards the end. So welcome to this live, everyone. How are you today? How has your week been so far? Those past few weeks, actually. So send your comments or questions in the box below. As usual, I just spinned. So today is an English episode. I am back in Bali. Hi Mel, hi Dan. Hi Grateful Soul. Hi Britt. Hi Julien, hi Katie. Hi Kira. Okay, Britt, what is the current energy vining with this new moon? Because I'm all over the shop. Yes, we're going to talk about that. That's a good point. It's an eclipse, so it's going to be, it is pretty powerful. It's an eclipse, solar eclipse in Cancer. Cancer is a very emotional sign. It's a water sign. I have my moon in Cancer, so I'm completely aligned with this moon. And basically, it's all about, so eclipses are really about all those heavy things from the past that we kind of buried or consciously hid under the carpet. Everything is popping back up to the surface. And it's actually time to lift the veil and to have a look and to clear it for good. So welcome to this live, everyone. So this eclipse particularly, we enter the eclipse season. It's going to be visible from Latin America only. Anywhere else in the world we won't be able to see it. I think not even all of Latin America, mostly in the Pacific Ocean and Chile a little bit along the coast. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. This past week has been very interesting as well. Hi, Alex. So in terms of a lead up to an eclipse, it's like a lead up to a full moon, but much more intense, as in everything is coming back up to the surface, as I said, to be cleared, to be dealt with. And the guys are telling me that it's really about not stop lying to yourself anymore about things, and stop putting this veil in front of your eyes that actually makes you think that a certain reality is, when in actual fact you really know what the truth is. So it's like take off your blindfolds and see things as they are, and stop hoping for things to get better when they're not meant to be getting better in certain situations, or stop thinking that past patterns will repeat themselves. It's all about really clearing the gutter. That's what I'm being told to tell you. So clearing everything that has no more space into your life and that's weighing you down. It can be relationships, it can be behaviors, it can be contracts, it can be a job, it can be a place where you live, it can be so many things. But it's really time. Welcome to this live. Welcome, Choitali. Welcome, Alex. Welcome, Carlos. Yeah, career too, Dan, definitely. Welcome, Nat. Um, in all areas of your life, anything that resonates with you. So let me know in the comments if you've been feeling a bit weird or a bit like all over the place for the past week. It's completely normal. Um, it's completely normal because it's like we're also in the shadow part of Mercury. So Mercury is going retrograde. I can't remember the date, but it's soon. It's like in a week or so, and we are in the shadow part of the retrograde, which means that it's not retrograde yet, but still we start to feel the effect. And Mercury is the planet of communication. It's the planet that rules everything linked to technology. So you might have issues while traveling. You might have, issues with your connectivity, with your phones. You also might have issues with people not knowing how to speak your truth, having difficulty being heard in the proper way, or having difficulty avoiding the wrong interpretations of what you're saying, or the wrong understanding of what other people are saying. So it's a very interesting period of time. It's also Cancer season, and Cancer, as I said, is a very emotional sign. So everything's popping up to the surface so you can deal with it. And it's funny because as soon as we'll enter the Leo season, everything will come down. After the eclipse, everything will start to come down, but still we'll be in Mercury retrograde until early August, so we need to be careful. We're also in Jupiter retrograde at the moment. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, so things might seem like they're slowing down in general, but it's like taking a step back, assessing everything, doing the big clearing so you can really jump forward. But jump forward, they keep showing me this image of if you've ever played Mario Kart, and you go onto these kind of rainbowy jumps, and they're making you accelerate super fast, accelerate and go like further along. Well, that's the idea after this whole like crazy time. But yeah, how are you guys feeling in general? Let me catch up on your comments. So Brit, I'm sending you love. Everyone is all over the show. Don't worry about that. It's about positioning yourself as the observer and not being too involved emotionally, like dealing with your emotions, but not getting caught up by your emotions. It's really about taking the necessary distance to be like, okay, this is what's going on, and being very neutral and observing and taking notes and journaling. They're telling me journaling a lot, writing about the experience, but not getting attached and not identifying yourself with what's happening. You are different than what's happening. You are different. You're not your circumstances. It's just like something that's happening at the moment, but it will be fine. So Dan, you're saying, I've seen a lot of repeating old patterns recently, and I'm Cancerian. So what kind of old patterns? It's definitely, I mean, you're Cancer. You should be really at ease during this time, but Mercury about to be retrograde. Jupiter, as I said, retrograde at the moment. This solar eclipse, it's a lot to handle. But it's funny because when we see repeating old patterns, usually it's especially when it's something that we haven't done in a very long time, or that we haven't felt in a very long time, it's usually for us to press pause, observe, and choose the other way. It's an opportunity for us to do things differently so that we reprogram our subconscious mind and we create new neural pathways so that our behavior changes. Our reactions are changing, but as usual, change comes with repetition. If we don't repeat things, then we can't actually change. We can't really set up long-lasting habits. They come with repetition and consistency. So let me catch up. Alex just walked over a gutter. So synchronistic. Choitali, I'm talking about the eclipses. Perfect timing. So. Okay, Kira, oof, I feel that so many things that were hidden inside of me for so long want to come out. I can't name them all, but I feel them, and it's such an emotional period at the moment. I'm a Cancer. Yes, you're a Cancer, so yeah, definitely. And for you particularly, it's really about, they're showing me this air balloon going up and all the weights that need to come off so that you can fly and you can really rise to your full potential. That's really what it is for you, Kira. Dan, Mario Kart. Yes, I know I have good references, right? Yay, Mario, welcome to this live. Welcome, everyone. Yes, I've been all about the power of habit this last 2 weeks. Yes, definitely. I can completely relate with that. I've been in Australia for a month and I've changed my habits while I was there. I didn't do any sports. I usually do yoga every morning. But I was doing beach walks and I was watching the sunrise that I don't really do in Bali usually. So it's about adjusting yourself as well, being gentle with yourself and adjusting to what's going on in your life. Not meaning that you need to find excuses not to do the things that make you feel good, but also being flexible in what's coming up for you and being able to make decisions from your heart instead of from your mind. So really from a place of openness and love instead of fear and control. Brit, how do you navigate being confused? Like, I was so clear on something, now I'm so pulled out of whack that I'm not sure what to be true anymore. I think patience and waiting and observing. So when you are confused, or when, and this applies to anyone on this live, when you are facing confusion, the best thing to do is to press pause. And it's not about making a quick, hasty decision, or it's really about how can I take the time to really come back into my center, because confusion means you're not in your body. That's what they're telling me. You're not in your body, you're just floating around and you're just here and there everywhere and you're not centered. When you're centered, when you're grounded and when you're connected, you can hear your intuition, you can hear your higher self, you can hear your guides, especially you Brits, you're very connected and you have a lot of images. So it's about how do I come back into my center? How do I put things in place? Or what are my go-to things when I feel, that I'm out of alignment? Because that's what it is. The confusion comes from thinking something but feeling something else, but not being able to know what am I feeling or what am I thinking. It's like, I don't know if it makes sense, but going back into your center, I feel a lot of connection with nature. If you can put your head in the ocean. I know it's very cold in Sydney right now, but if you can just literally go to the beach and put your head under the water and really put your feet into the sand, into the water, and even your hands if you can. That's the image I get. And ask your guides, ask your guides for guidance. Ask your guides for advice. Ask them to show you the way, to really give you signs. That's what you should be asking for signs. And be specific. If you want to have like a white feather, if you want to see a specific bird or anything, just be very specific and you'll know. You'll receive your answers. But trust, because confusion is just a part of the process. It's the initial part, but you need to push through it to get the real answers from a place of alignment and love. Hi Caroline, welcome to this live. Hi Jeffrey, welcome to this live. Hi everyone, hi Marie. Oh my god, I literally did this today. I went for a full swim. I'm so connected to you, babe. So Dan, that's interesting. I know intuitively I'm not in alignment with my truth at the moment and it bothers me. The key when you're not in alignment and you're observing that and you feel that you are frustrated is actually first to remove the frustration, because if you are frustrated at yourself, you will not be able to come back into alignment that quickly. If you feel frustration, you need to sit with that feeling. Why do I feel frustrated? And dig deeper and ask yourself the questions. And journaling is always such a good thing. Or if you're not a journal person, just think with your mind, okay, why do I feel frustrated? For this reason. Okay, where does that come from? Has this happened in my past before? Have I seen, like, is it a pattern? Is it something that I've experienced before? In which context? What was that context about? What were the elements in that previous situation? What was my reaction in that previous situation? How did this serve me? How did this not serve me? How can I do things differently this time? And always with patience, always with self-love. They're telling me a lot of self-love and self-acceptance. If you don't accept yourself when you're frustrated or angry, and I have something to talk about in relation to anger. If you don't accept yourself in relation to this, you can't fully accept yourself when you are happy. You can't. It's like if you don't accept your dark sides, or the sides that you should not like as much, which is total bullshit, then you can't really love yourself fully and you can't really see your full light and your full potential as well. It's basically shadow work. So I don't know if it resonates with you. I'm sure it will. Be patient with yourself. Be loving and accepting. It's so important. And I'm telling that to you, but I'm telling that to myself. You know, everything that I tell you on this live, I speak to me. You're my mirror and I'm your mirror. There's no like form of hierarchy or anything. We are all one. So, yeah, in relation to anger, something last night happened. I was very angry about something and I was pushing it down. And then what happened is, having a conversation, I realized that the anger was not, it was not linked to this. The problem was not the problem. The anger was because I didn't feel in integrity with myself. I didn't feel in alignment. I didn't feel I could speak my truth and be seen by speaking my truth and understood. And this led me to not speaking my truth, and this led me to feel a big lack of integrity and honesty in relation to myself. So it's really interesting, and I reconnected with past patterns of mine, and things like memories kept popping up to the surface of situations that I had experienced in which I felt completely powerless. And the beauty of that is that if I'm triggered today with a specific situation that makes me feel angry, and I'm a fire sign, I always say that. People are like, oh, you're so kind and soft, but I am a fire sign, so my first reaction to any trigger will be anger. Because I have this deep fire inside. It's the same for Aries, it's the same for Leo. If you're a Leo, if you're an Aries, then you'll be really triggered. Some other signs, they have different ways of responding. But fire signs, it's like you are triggered, there's a fire burning inside of you and you feel anger. So by connecting with this emotion and being in touch with what's happening and where does this come from, and did this happen before to me? How did I react? And all the questions that I mentioned before. It helps you reconnect with all those memories and heal them all at once. It's like the present is actually creating a pathway. into the past, into your subconscious, and into all your memories, and it's bringing them back to the surface so they can be healed. And so you can be healed in the process. The part of you that was hurt, misunderstood, frustrated, angry, sad is now seen, and it can heal. Copello, how can I set clearer boundaries? I'm sometimes scared of hurting others' feelings if I do so, but if I not, end up hurting myself. So we talk a lot about setting healthy boundaries. Thank you for your question. We do talk a lot about setting healthy boundaries during those episodes of Cosmic Chai Sundays, because I used to be so bad at setting boundaries, and now I'm pretty good at setting boundaries. And what happened for me, that I'm teaching my clients a lot as well, is to be able to set boundaries. Boundaries is like a frame. So you're inside of this box, and these are your boundaries. So that means that it's you, it's your principles, it's your values, it's who you are. Everything that is aligned with you, that fits into that box, has a space. Everything that doesn't align is outside. And your role is first to know what are the boundaries of your own little box. What are your boundaries? And to do that, you need to know yourself. To do that, you need to know what are your values, what are your principles, what are the ways that you operate in life, what are the things that are okay with you and not okay. And then this will determine this frame around you. And as soon as you have a very clear frame, then you are much more able to say, okay, this is okay and this is not okay. But second, you need to work on your self-confidence, and self-confidence comes from self-love. And the practice of self-love is, of course, getting to know yourself. It's also spending some time alone. It's connecting with all the parts of yourself that are suffering or that are hurt, and taking care of those parts. It's shadow work, it's inner child work. It's, I really recommend, what I really recommend in those cases is to go to a kinesiologist. I don't know if you have a kinesiologist around you, but start doing a few sessions, because this is the most amazing modality in terms of short-term therapies to help you get rid of all the things that do not serve you anymore, and to really gain more. It's like really building your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your solar plexus. And your solar plexus is your personal power. So oftentimes, if you find that you have really difficulty asserting yourself, it's because your solar plexus is being hooked by other people. What you need to do energetically is to focus on this power center and bringing back all of your energy here, and working on clearing this chakra, but also making it grow bigger and bigger in terms of the energy that it can hold, and the energy that it can really diffuse out into the world. And then there is also, I feel with you, a big thing with your throat chakra. You have a lot of difficulty to verbalize what you want to say to others, because there's a disconnect between your throat and your heart. That's what I see. Your heart, you have a big heart, but there's a disconnect energetically between those two chakras, meaning that you can't express yourself, and then it affects your heart. So you take everything that does not belong to you on board, but it's actually not yours. Meditation is a really great tool as well for you. I'm sorry I'm going all over the place, but I think it's just like I'm being given all this information for you. So meditation to really work on grounding your energy, clearing your energy field as well. You're most probably an empath. Sorry, I have so much trouble talking today. Communication issues. I hope that I'm making sense, but it's about making the difference between what belongs to you and what belongs to other people. And meditation really, really helps. because it helps you ground, it helps you really connect to something bigger, and it helps you connect with your spirit guides, and also ask for a clearing of all your energetic fields and your physical body. So everything leaves your field. Everything that does not belong to you, leave your field. Mel, you're saying, don't believe everything you think. It can be misleading because of your past, your ego, and your fear. I love what you said, Caroline. And it's all about coming back to your center, your soul, for guidance. Yes, thank you so much, Mel. It's definitely that, coming back to your center. And you know, Copello, I'm sorry, I don't know your name, but the thing is, if you do know yourself, then you know how to come back to your center. If you know yourself, if you know what feels good for you, you know very quickly how to come back to your center, and you know what activities stop you from actually being in your center. So yeah, knowing yourself better. Dan, it's funny, I actually just bought a new journal yesterday to start a new morning practice from Monday. So spot on. Perfect. I'm glad. Okay, Choitali, Caroline, I tell you an interesting fact happened to me very recently. Just after the full moon, I was praying near my altar when all of a sudden I can sense a hand coming close to me. Why did it happen? So, why did this happen? Because when you are praying, when you are connecting to something bigger, when you're praying, when you're meditating, when you are doing any kind of mindful practice, you develop the capacity to really connect to the invisible, to really raise your frequency and your vibration. And so you can be in touch with higher vibrational beings. And the hand that you felt on your shoulder is probably the hand of one of your spirit guides, saying that you're not alone, you're supported, and that you have all the help you need. You just need to ask. But you're already asking, Choitali. You're already, having this devotional practice where you pray a lot, you ask your guides, you work with different, gods, deities. So it's just a confirmation for you to feel that you're not alone. No matter what decisions you're taking, no matter what dilemma you're facing, you always know your truth and you always be supported in the right way. Hi, welcome to this live, everyone. Welcome, Sonia. Welcome, Camilla. Welcome, Blingy D. Welcome, Hassan. Yes, perfect. So, any other questions? My pleasure. Thank you a lot for your answer. My pleasure. I'm here for that. So we have that time together. If you do have any questions or anything popping up, please ask your questions. I'm here for you. We have 1 hour. I don't know how long we have left. Let me check. 30 minutes left. Perfect. So, okay, what do you think are accidents like a bicycle accident on an energetic level? What are they telling us? I try to reflect on that, but kind of circling around that topic. So it's funny because a lot of people I've been in contact with recently have had accidents or have been injured in a way. The first thing is slowing down. The first thing that the guys want you to know is slowing down. I'll come back to that. The second thing is not everything has a meaning. Not everything means that you are out of alignment. Sometimes life happens, and we always talk about that with my friend Emily. Sometimes it's just life doing its thing. Sometimes, we have things happening. We fall or, we get injured. And as much as I love reading Louise Hay's books or anything about injuries and ailments and their spiritual significance, it is also important not to obsess over the meaning of things, because it keeps you from living life. It actually puts you more into your mind, trying to understand everything that's happening and the reason, instead of being in your body, because maybe the message was to slow down and to be back into your body. Slowing down by, maybe you're rushing into something. That's what I feel for you specifically. rushing into something or avoiding something, so going kind of fast, or not being present, not being in your body, being all over the place, being like in so many different places at the same time that you're not present here and now. So what happens is sometimes when we dissociate, for example, when we drive and it's automatic, what happens is our soul leaves our body for a few seconds. You know, when you realize that you're driving and you don't really remember like the 30 seconds before, the 2 minutes before, what you were doing or where you were going or what happened, it's because your soul leaves your body for a few seconds to do like God knows what, probably work or free some stuff, but you're on autopilot mode. But sometimes life happens and the autopilot mode, like your soul is still out and your body needs to deal with, you know, the unexpected. And by the time your soul comes back into your body, you're just like, oh my God, what's going on? And bam, this is the accident. So for you specifically, it's really about taking the time to know where you want to go and do one thing at a time and not a million things at a time because you feel that you're not enough or you're not doing enough, or that's what they're telling me. I hope this resonates with you. Be gentle with yourself and take the time to take care, because an accident is an opportunity for you to regroup. It's like when you are doing a meditation, you're with yourself, you're in that state, you're in a very intimate setting with yourself, and dealing with this accident in a way that gives you a better sense of self-care, self-love is very crucial for you, because you'll heal much faster. And also do creative visualization about how to heal your body quickly. That can help. I would also recommend to set an intention of releasing your body from the trauma, from the shock of the accident, so that all these memories are just like gone and you can really accelerate the healing process. I'm sending you lots of love and I hope you'll feel better soon. Let me get back to the comments. Blessings to you. Blessings to you too, my friend. Thanks, Caroline. Same was told by my maid. Please suggest me some books on spiritualism. Ask me, what are you interested in? Narrow down the topic and then I can make you some suggestions. Actually, no, I have a suggestion right now that popped up for you. It's The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. So I'll write it in the comment section, Choitani, so you can have it. Ask me your questions in the comment section below. Yep. All good. So can you talk a little bit about the upcoming eclipse? What does it mean? I talked about it at the beginning of the live, so I recommend you watch the beginning of the live again. So, but it's basically all things coming up from the past to be really released for good, and it's deep things, it's deep shadow work. But have a look, like watch the live from the beginning and you'll have all the answers. Dan, one of my biggest problems that I spend far too much time ruminating. Yeah, we all do. You know what you should do? Dan, write down the 5-minute rule by Mel Robbins and buy the audiobook or the physical book. I really recommend the audiobook actually. And just to stop yourself from overthinking, ruminating, you need to move your body. You need to be in action. So what this rule will tell you is that you're going to count from 5 to 1, and at 1 you're going to move and you're going to do something else that will stop you from ruminating. Put your body in movement. Go for a run. Go and have a spontaneous dance with yourself. Like, do some movement. Go for a swim. Like, do something that really stops you from thinking. Also, be more present. Spend time with animals or with children. Those will help you so much to be present and to stop thinking. Marion, I took 2 weeks off everything and it now felt so hard to go back to my routines. Just procrastination, and due to my current situation, it is so necessary to come back on track in the flow. Anxiety. Thank you so much for anxiety starts slowly to rise. Okay, so thank you so much, Marion, for saying that. I'm sure that many of you relate. I can relate too, definitely. I'm a very free spirit and I love routines, but I also thrive when I break the routines. I'm a rebel at heart. So sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm not going to do that today because I just don't feel like it. And it's fine. Sometimes it's fine just to go with the flow of things. So it's all about being structured enough for you to thrive, but also being gentle with yourself so that when you just like in meditation, when you start to meditate, what any teacher will tell you is that, you know, focus on your breath. And if you have thoughts, then you just come back to your breath. And it's okay if you have thoughts, you know, it's a practice. If it's okay if you have thoughts. The most important thing is to come back to the breath. So it's okay if you don't do your routine for 2 weeks because you didn't feel that you needed to or you wanted to or for any other reason that comes up. But the thing is, you're gonna have to come back to these routines because you know that it makes you feel good. The only thing that matters is that you come back to it and you feel good. If for any reason your routine is not making you feel good, you feel more stressed, you feel not enough or anything, I would recommend that you change what is part of your routine. I would recommend that you think about things, ways to move your body, to be in the present, be more mindful, visualize with tools that are aligned with you. For example, I am not doing any intensive training. I'm not doing any CrossFit or high intensity interval training. HIIT, I don't know how you call it. I'm not doing all these things because my body doesn't like that. It doesn't like that. I'd rather have like a really nice yoga session by myself on the deck than just to go and to wake up early to just beat my body around. That's how I feel, like inflicting a lot of stress to my body, and then feeling like I'm not happy. I'm just doing something that doesn't make me feel good. And afterwards, maybe, I might produce some dopamine and endorphins, but do I really feel good, or is it because it's a physiological response? That's the question. So if the routine doesn't suit you anymore, I would recommend that you shift things around and that you think about the ways to make things differently so that you add something new and things don't seem as daunting as they might have, when you just stop doing your things. But don't beat yourself up. It's human. We are all humans, And also when you work with a mantra in... when you have, like in India, they have those beautiful malas, and you do your mantra chanting. And usually it's for 40 days. So you pick a mantra and you work with it for 40 days, right? So if you miss a day, it's fine. You just start back from the beginning. You're not going to get crucified or burnt or anything. You just come back to the beginning. So you start again from zero. And it's fine, right? So it's just about being aware of what's going on. Why do I do that? Or why did I procrastinate? Okay, I'm going to go back to it. And the more gentle you are with yourself, the less anxiety you will feel. I'm sending you so much love, Marion, and you're doing amazing. Sonia, achieving dream of mine, I learned yesterday that it can happen sooner than I thought. Any tips on stepping into courage? Oh, I love this question. Courage is really about being scared of something, but doing it anyway, because you know that on the other side, there is love. It's just pushing through fear to experience love. So I would like you to visualize one time in your life where you thought that there was an opportunity for you and you were very scared. You were very scared to take that opportunity, but you knew that it was an amazing opportunity. And no matter in which area of your life. And now remember when you chose to take this opportunity, how did it feel? Reconnect with that feeling in your body. Really close your eyes and take the time to reconnect with that feeling. You know, that feeling of thinking, oh, maybe I'm too scared, and you're paralyzed by fear, but you know that on the other side something amazing is waiting for you. Reconnect with that feeling and reconnect with the exact moment that you made that decision, that leap of faith. And set an intention of bringing that back into your present moment. Because you've been through that already. It's about reconnecting with your past self that managed to overcome the fear, to be in love, to work from a loving place, to operate from a loving place, and then to take that step. And once you do that, and maybe you're going to do that for 3 days, 4 days, 5 days a week, every day, every morning, to really put yourself in that state. This will make you feel so much more confident. This will give you trust. You will trust in the universe. You will trust in the unknown, and you will know that no matter what, you will reconnect with that inner knowing of that we all have. No matter what is going on, you're completely supported and guided, and you're exactly where you're supposed to be, in the right place and at the right time. I hope this makes sense, Sonia. I'm sending you lots of love. Kira, I was reading The Power of Now too. Can absolutely recommend. Yes, thank you. Dan, thanks for the reminder about Mel Robbins. I need to read that. Yes. Choi Taddy, I will surely go through this book. Thanks for your generosity. My pleasure, my dear friend. Tally Hall, welcome to this live. Simon, welcome. Hi, love. Hi, Tally. Yes. Yes, Mel, for courage, the 5-second rule. Thank you so much for backing that up too. Definitely. I felt excited and empowered. That was a fantastic answer and top, Caroline. Thank you so much. Sending you love. Okay, back to business, my friends. How much time do we have left? 15 minutes. So I'm going to be very quick. If you would like a card, give me a little heart in the comment section. Tally, you're the first one. Yes, I missed you last time, I think. So I'm going to pick a card for you right now. Okay. Simone, yes. Mel. Okay. Good. Oof. I had the message that I shouldn't pick those cards, so I'm not picking them. Usually I always take them, but not this time. Okay. Hi, Osman. Welcome to this live. So, Tally, this is the card for you. Oof. Actually, 2 cards. The first card is the forgiveness card. So there are two components to this one. The first one is about someone that hurt your feelings, or you've been disappointed, or yeah, it's maybe a friend of yours that did something, or someone close to you that did something that you that kind of hurt you, and also yourself. Maybe you disappointed yourself in a way. This card is really suggesting that you forgive yourself and forgive others, because if you hold grudges, you actually are, your vibration goes down, and we don't want that for you, right? We want your vibration to be high. You can like feel all these emotions, but at the end of the day, resentment or guilt are low vibe emotions that actually stop you from being your pure, beautiful, true, authentic, and aligned self. And so it stops you from manifesting amazing things, because you attract what matches your vibration. And this is valid for anyone else on this live, right? So take some time to really think about who you want to forgive, yourself and the other person, and do that. Do a little forgiveness ritual. You can light a little white candle, put a little flower, and just set the intention. Burn some incense and set the intention that those feelings, you get rid of them. And the second card is the moderation card. So it might be linked to a pattern of yours that you have, of maybe, they're showing me this cycle of guilting yourself, doing something that is not aligned and then feeling guilty and doing it again and feeling guilty. So it's about really coming back to your center. I think this live is really about that for everyone. It's about how do we go back to our center so we do not have compulsive or obsessive behaviors. And it's not in a pathological way, but it's more like we obsess over things, or we do things in a repetitive way when we know that those things or those behaviors or those habits do not serve us. So it's how you trust yourself to bring yourself back into alignment and not doing things compulsively and being stuck in this cycle, but pulling yourself out of this cycle and doing things like spend time with your family, with your loved ones, with people who actually make you feel really good, really present. Your little brother, for example, that gives you a lot of love and energy and puts you back into the present. So that's it for you, beautiful. I'm sending you so much love. Simon, my love, this is for you. I don't have much time left, so I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do everyone, but I'm going to do my best. Okay. Oof. Simon, relationship change. I'm sure you're laughing right now. So the first thing that I picked up on is like, first, your relationship with yourself is changing at the moment. There's a lot of work around self-love that has been done, and it's like those solid foundations, you're going to build something from that. You're going to discover new parts of yourself. You're going to tap into different parts of yourself you hadn't really explored before. That's what I feel. And this will lead you to probably meeting new people, having a new circle around you. That's what I feel. Like it's like some pieces are moving away and some others are actually taking that space. So it's a beautiful time ahead. I feel lots of new friendships, but all comes down to your relationship with yourself and the amount of love that you can give yourself. Love, acceptance, and beautiful time with you, alone, taking care of yourself and releasing. I mean, for you, it's like, okay, the healing has been done. It's not that it's over, because we do need to heal and peel off the layers all of our life, but it's time to enjoy life. That's what I feel. It's time to enjoy life. It's time to really enjoy your company and do things for fun and do things that make you feel good. And I know that you're starting a new class, a pottery class, and this is going to be amazing. Like, you're bringing all these new pieces into your life. Very exciting, my friend. I hope this resonated. So then we have Mel. Mel, this is for you. Oof. Beautiful. The spiritual partnership card. So, it's pretty straightforward with you. The first thing that I picked up on is that you might want to start working with someone, a mentor or a teacher or a healer. I don't know if you see a healer, but you might want to work with someone to help you really accelerate in your spiritual growth. And it's funny because I was thinking about that about you when we were speaking a couple of days ago on Insta, or yesterday, I can't remember, and I was like, oh, like everything, all the changes that are happening in your life and the move and everything is beautiful because it will bring you closer to a community of people that are actually in the work. And I know so many people on the Gold Coast that are actually into personal development and spirituality. There's amazing tribe growing there. It's like everyone from Byron is going up to the Gold Coast pretty much. And I think you're going to find someone there that is going to truly help you. Set that intention and you'll see that it will come to life. I really recommend you do so because you have so much potential, and you can definitely invest in yourself to develop your gifts. That's what I feel for you. So much love your way, Mel. Thank you so much, Caroline. You're welcome, Tally. Simone, haha, yes, I'm laughing. I know you. I was seeing you. Yes, so cool. It resonated very much. Thank you. You're welcome. Hello, Caroline. I just joined. May I have one too if you have time? I don't think it's going to be possible. I'm just going to catch up with everyone else. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Stevie. Hi, Lou. So the next one is Kira. Beautiful, Kira. So that's why it's a tough time for you, but it's not gonna last. It's normal. Karmic completion. So I pulled like 2 cards, jumped. Can't see really well. The first one is karmic completion. It's the end of a massive karmic cycle for you. I had this feeling when we talked. I also think that it's a big chapter of your life that is coming to an end, and the new beginning, and everything, all the seeds you're planting, everything that you've started to put in place is just, it's beautiful because it's about how can you say goodbye and thank you to this time of your life gracefully. And it doesn't mean that everything ends now. It means that you're in a transition period, and you know, so many lessons you've learned and you've mastered. So now it's time for you to upgrade, if I can say. And you're upgrading by leaving things behind because you've learned the lessons and it's done. And now you can focus on your dreams. And the second card is the synchronicity card. It's the beautiful one. So by saying goodbye, you're leaving the space. It's like, I was telling to Simone, you know, people are going to leave the field and new people are going to come in. For you, it's really about this energy of the past being in the past so that you can experience some synchronicity again. Like, it's really about aligning yourself with your life path, with your life purpose. Now it's really about that. You're going to live, embody, embrace, be aligned with, and fulfill your life purpose. So it's a very exciting time. You just need to trust. You're at the threshold. You're at the threshold between those two phases of your life, and that's why you feel so uncomfortable. But the discomfort is only going to be temporary. So really trust. Okay, so Tama Rituals, your turn. Oh my god, sorry, my belly is making so much noise. I'm a bit hungry. 2 cards as well. Ooh, beautiful. Are you single? Or are you single? Because you're going to meet someone if you are. Or if you are with someone in a partnership, it's going to take let me think. It's going to be Yes, you're single. I knew it. Okay. 2 cards for you, baby. So the first one, love partnership, and the second one, which is pretty much really linked, is the patience card. So I think for you, it's all about trusting that this will come in your field. By being patient and not being focused on this outcome, you're going to manifest it much quicker because it's there, it's in the field. You're going to meet someone probably within the next couple of months. And it's going to be a nice story, but you need to give yourself the time to... So they're telling me that you need to make a list of... And I know that you've worked with Simone. I know that you've collaborated with Simone, and Simone can talk to you about the exercise that we did earlier this year on how to manifest that person. I can catch up with you in private message to give you more details, but the message is remain patient, being in alignment with yourself. Focus on yourself, focus on what you want to bring it into your life, like focus on your manifestation skills, because at the moment the energies are so strong, we can basically manifest whatever we want. Our biggest dreams are becoming a reality, and our role is not to think of the how, but to think of the what do we want to bring into our fields. And for you, it's around the corner, but don't get caught up too much with your mind and focus more on what you want to bring in. And do not be needy, because needy is scary. So needy, the neediness energy, and I'm telling that for everyone. When you come from a place of need, you come from a place of lack. You come from a scarcity mindset. And this is basically, energetically, it's repulsive. So it's how do I work on myself so I am enough for myself? I can spend a lot of time alone, being happy and fulfilled and balanced and in love with myself. And at the same time, know that I will manifest this person into my life. And that it will come at the perfect time when I'm ready to welcome that person. But it's just around the corner for you. But you might feel like you're maybe frustrated because you're one of the only single people in your group of friends, or socially you feel it's hard. But yeah, trust, because it's just around the corner. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to end now because we only have like 2 minutes left, so I can't really do another reading. Tamar, Rituals, I'm sending you a big hug and so much love. Marion, I will catch up with you. Send me a private message and I will catch up with you. And for the others, yes, I'm sending you lots of love. I'm just catching up on the comments now. Yes. So for all the other beautiful souls that joined this live and that didn't get the chance to actually get a card, I recommend you join the live earlier in a couple of weeks, because next week will be in French. But join the live and you'll get the opportunity to ask your questions or to get a card. The issue is, like, we tend to lose time. Like if you come at the last minute, it's very difficult then to really get your card. So come a bit earlier so you can also participate in the live, and you see that all of the content is resonating. Someone is asking a question, it resonates with everyone else in the group. Okay. Love seeing you shine. Thank you for sharing your heart. Love your Cosmic Chai Sundays. Thank you so much, Lex. I love you so much. Andrea, hi Caroline, I want to know about love. I'm single. Hugs, so much love and hugs to you. So thank you so much, everyone. I'm sending you all my love. It was a pleasure. As usual, if you would like to work with me, you have the link in my bio with my website. You can know everything about the services that I offer. I'm sending you all my love, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.